What's up, guys? This is Sin, and I am back here with NPA Season 4, week number 7. And today, the Cedar Rapids Thundurus, who are 1-5 on the season, are taking on a divisional opponent in the 1-5 Lancaster Castforms, aka, well, they're coached by Poke Troll, or Poke, or some people call him, well, it's a me, I'm audio. But, good guy. I know he kind of left the Pokemon scene for a little bit, but he was a previous coach, I think in Season 2. He wasn't, I don't think he was there for Season 3. But he was the founder of the NPA, so I got his, you know, the NPA wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So, you know, we gotta give him respect for that. So, anyway, as you can tell, both teams, you know, on the screen, both on the link battle screen, and then on right above me and over on the other side of the layout. That's the team he brought. This was a very interesting battle. Not as, you know, not like last week where I felt like, you know, I was feeling overwhelmed and overpowered. But, you know, this was quite a good battle, and we'll see what this battle turns out to be like. So we're gonna press play here as I turn down my actual 3DS music here. So I was thinking to myself, man, I dropped Aggron, or I picked up Aggron and Scyther and replaced them, replaced Regirock and Jumpluff. So I wanted to lead with Galvantula to try and get a nice fast start, to try and make him think that I'm gonna lead with Webs or something. So he switches out, or I switch out actually, and I'm going in because he might have Flamethrower, he might have Fire Blast, he may have Hidden Power Fire, but he goes for the Stealth Rock, which is a good play. So I go to Aggron thinking like, okay, he's gonna get wearied by a Heavy Slam. So he's gonna withdraw, and then he's going to go into his Quagsire, which that is a, you know, that's a big pain in the butt within itself. So I go for the Earthquake, making the safe play, because Earthquake was probably going to do the most damage to just about anything on its team regardless, except for Mega Aerodactyl, but he had no reason to switch into that anyway. So goes in for the leftovers. This thing is going to be a pain in the butt to get rid of, as you can already tell by the way that it just took that Earthquake. So I'm going to go to Ferrothorn to try and get him to scare out a little bit. He's going to go for the Skull, which is going to do absolutely nothing to me. And, like, that tickled. That literally tickled. So, now, leftovers are going to keep... I have Power Whip. And he thinks he knows that. Well, he actually does know that. So, he does the smart play and goes back to Wigglytuff. And if actually, I don't think I ran Power Whip. I ran Leech Seed. I go for the Leech Seed, but I miss, and that is huge because it forces me to switch out, and it forces him to keep on making plays. So I have to go to Starmie here. Starmie was like the only legitimate play that I could have gone with. He goes for Flamethrower. If I would have brought in anybody else, they probably wouldn't have taken that very well. So I mean, I could have brought in Charizard, but I don't want to take the Rocks damage. So I go for the Ice Beam, open for a Freeze. And I don't get it. But he does over half damage. And Shadow Ball does quite a bit here. Almost taking me out. Down to 1 HP. So I gotta go for the kill here. I gotta go for the Ice Beam. I was Choice Specs. If I was anywhere near... if I was not Rapid Spin... If I did not have Specs, I would have Rapid Spin. But I did not. So... that's quite unfortunate right there for me. But we got to sack off Starmie. Starmie did its job, though, for what it had done. But Stealth Rocks played a huge role into what happened to Starmie. If I wouldn't have ran Choice Specs, it may have played out a little bit differently. If I would have ran, like, a Berry or something, or Leftovers, or maybe, just maybe. But now we're going to sit here and take almost half damage for Scyther. So I know he's Choice Scarfed. So he withdraws, knowing that knowing the potential that I have Knockoff, and Knockoff does kill from that range. So he made the smart play. I go for the Knockoff, getting rid of his leftovers. So we don't have to worry about that anymore for the rest of the game. But it's still gonna be a pain in the butt to get rid of because of Recover. So we go into AC/DC because I have Giga Drain. And so that's one thing that he should be kind of afraid of. He goes for the Scald. It kind of does, it does moderate damage, not too much, and I know I outspeed, but he's going to withdraw knowing the potential that I have for Giga Drain. So he brings in Tentacruel, and I'm still gonna go for the Giga Drain regardless because I want some of that health back, and I still outspeed the Tentacruel regardless. So I did do some decent damage there with the Giga Drain. That's fine. That was what I wanted. But Black Sludge recovery, that doesn't bother me as much. So I go for Thunder, and Thunder does connect and does kill the Tentacruel. So Galvantula does pick up a kill right there. So that's obviously a good, you know, we're having a little nice back and forth bout. Obviously we got Life Orb, so that's gonna take us some damage. Shandy comes in, he outspeeds. No point for me to keep in AC/DC since you know, Stealth Rocks are still a major factor, and it would have done a lot of damage to my team regardless. Maybe I could have withdrawn. Maybe it would have gotten out to Charizard or you know, well, we go back into Starmie. We live on 1 HP, and he knows that Chandeler's not going to live anything close to a knockoff. So Pink Guy comes back in. I'm still trying to go for that knockoff because it's still the best move I could have done in the situation. And we're still scarfed, but you know, we got to keep going for knockoff here. But he's gonna go for recover, and that is where I was like, you know what, GG. I had nothing. I could not do nothing against this thing. I mean, Ferrothorn, yes, Ferrothorn is still a thing, but I can't do anything else. Like, I cannot withdraw Scyther because of Stealth Rock. I am stuck. And so I had to play, you know, Sacrifice. So we had to go into Ferrothorn, but he's obviously going to switch out. And knowing that, he goes to Azelf, which is kind of the same, like, kind of a good thing. Like, I get up my set of rocks too, which may be a little too late. We don't know that yet. Well, we kind of do. It's 3-4 right now. He goes for the Shadow Ball. It's gonna tickle. It's Ferrothorn. He eats anything. And then we know it's Life Orb now, so we go for the Gyro Ball, nearly taking this thing out. And that was huge because Shadow Ball he's gonna go for another Shadow Ball and gets a critical hit off. And that may have actually been, you know, played a little bit of a factor. I go for the Leech Seed. Obviously, it fails. So he goes into his Mega Aerodactyl. So it's 3-3 right now, but he goes into, you know, he loses a bit of HP with that Stealth Rocks. I don't know what he could have used as like a spinner or anything like that, but I think I just got rid of it. He goes for Mega Aerodactyl, and he's going to... The crit mattered for this reason only. Aerial Ace came in. I don't know if that would have killed, but if it wasn't a crit from the Shadow Ball, then who knows if we would have lived that. I was gonna go for another Gyro Ball. Maybe it would have killed the Mega Arrow, but we bring in our Aggron here. Aggron's gonna take a crunch. That's gonna literally... Oh, well, we get a D drop, but we're gonna go for a Stone Edge, and goodbye Mega Aerodactyl. Simple as that, right? You know, that's that easy. So it's down to 2-2. I think we got Charizard and Aggron left. But this damn Quagsire is the problem. And, you know, both of us have rocks up on the field, but mine was too little too late. I could have just, you know, done something about it, but Aggron not going to do too much against this Quagsire here. We don't have anything that can sit there and want to take this thing out. You know, we can't do anything at this point. We're being suckered in against a Quagsire. This is gonna take us out, and that's it. Well, we got the D drop. That helped a lot. So we would have lived. I think we would have lived the earthquake if it wasn't for the D drop. But Charizard not gonna do a whole lot against this thing, especially since we've already taken half damage from rocks. So we lose again, unfortunately. Charizard's not going to do a thing to this Quagsire. So we kind of just have to sit there and take it. We're going to go for a Dragon Claw, hoping for a crit. And knowing that you know, we couldn't do a thing. I mean, we did some good chip damage. We only lost 2-0. We haven't been losing these games pretty badly at all, guys. I mean, honestly, we haven't been playing terribly. Like, we haven't gotten, outside of week 1, we haven't played terribly. But we're losing games really close, and it's kind of disappointing to see in my end, in my perspective. There wasn't really much hacks to go around. Maybe the D drop, maybe the leech seed miss. I didn't get it, you know, that crit kind of mattered against Feral Thorn, maybe. But we'll never know, and we will never find out either, because you know, that's just how the game goes sometimes. But next week we take on Moonlight Swami and the Colorado Rapidash, and that should be a good, interesting game. You know how me and Swami have always been kind of buddies, and you know, I'm looking forward to this match, and I hope to. Good job to Poketroll in the game. I just didn't get the role as I needed to, I guess. So I will talk to you guys next week, and I will see what I can do to try and improve this team a little bit more. We dropped Aggron, and we picked up Aggron and Scyther and dropped Jumpluff and Regirock. The reason I dropped Regirock was because of the genning problems that I keep having with it. I couldn't run Sturdy, and it kind of irritated me. So I was like, you know what, if I can't use this thing to its full potential, then why have it on my team? So I dropped it. So that's that, and I dropped Jumpluff because I wasn't going to use it, but Scyther seemed to be a good viable cause, so I picked up Scyther, and it seems to have a little bit more of a potential to use in this, and I did use it, so it came in handy. It did come in handy at least a little bit in the match against Poke, but we'll see how it turns out for the rest of the season. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.